Welcome everyone to 216 Net. This is ReJect Rundown. This goes out to my grandfather, SG1, old man's father. This goes out to Bray Wyatt. This goes out to Terry Funk, Bob Barker, and the original voice of Harley Quinn. Welcome to the ReJect Rundown. Normally, again, I'm more energetic than you currently hear me. This is more of a show of remembrance for my grandfather, again, old man's father. Everyone's here, great uncle, SG1, Salvador Guadarrama the first. Thank you, grandfather, abuelo, hasta el cielo. We love you. It is me. It is SG3. To the left of me, it is the man who needs no introduction, but he's going to introduce himself. Go ahead, brother.
That's right. It's Zach the Mac. Thank you guys for tuning into the show today. It's going to be more of a, intensely fight emotional show for all of us. I'm just going to pass it off right there to, we're passing it to the oldest man over there.
All right. Hello,
man?
ladies and gentlemen. I am Old Man RJ. I'm glad to be back for the moment. As we just stated a while ago, my father did pass away, and that's why I was out of for a good while. But we had to dedicate this episode to him for all the good he did for me and my brothers and pretty much family and friends that knew him. My father did give a lot of his heart out to everybody, and it was beautiful to see how the reception was for him. Now I'm gonna pass it down to Joe Savage, Joe Madness. I mean, go ahead, Joe.
All right, it's cream of the crop, rise to the top. It's
Nice.
the Joe Madness, but this show is dedicated to everybody that's lost someone this week. Just remember, guys, that life is precious. Hug your loved ones now. Let aside issues or anything, and just appreciate every day of your life, because you just never know when it's going to be taken. And this week has shown us that it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Life is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And now, last but not least, the radio host himself.
Last and least.
That's
The radio related to Billy the Kid himself, Tony the Kid.
What's up, everybody? Yes, it's me, Tony the Kid. Good show we're gonna have today, everybody. But we had to salute everyone that we need to salute that we lost this past week.
So many people.
We did.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over that a little bit. But
Exactly.
as you guys know, y'all can always catch us here on 216 Studios, as well as ReJect Rundown, Facebook, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Twitch, and Zach the Mac. I did add X.
That's
finally
right.
on
We
there,
on X.
okay?
We out here.
So we on X, everybody. So what's going on? That's what's up. Otherwise, crazy stuff, man, happened. We were last show that we did the what's it called? The UFC 292.
Woo!
It was a very good fight.
O'Malley.
Very good fight. O'Malley won. Great. Awesome.
Sugar.
Yeah. So he's a
Wow.
new champion now. I don't know if he'll get a rematch. I don't think he'll give the rematch to Sean. What's his face?
Nah.
Sterling.
Nah.
No, I don't think so. He don't deserve it.
I wouldn't
He
waste
got-
my time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't waste my time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice. But let's get into the rundown report.
Well, you saw everybody that called him out right off the bat. The moment his hand was raised,
Mm-hmm.
Henry called him out.
Mhm.
Jit called him out.
Vera
called him out.
Same card too.
Everybody just called him out. He got like 6 different posts right off the bat. Like, hey,
they know it'll be a good fight, man. They know, Sean.
The Sean O'Malley Vera fight, I'm interested to see one more time. I think since he's like the only person that I think physically actually beat him,
Mhm.
but I think he got injured in the middle of that fight too as well, which
That's
is why
true.
he couldn't get up.
That's true.
So at this point, that might be the only the favorite fight to kind of happen out there. But we'll see.
Mm.
We'll see how it goes. Now, as you guys may have saw during the week, man, we lost Bray Wyatt. Passed away this past Thursday. He was 36.
Damn.
I am 30. My birthday was on Monday.
So
And
I don't know about you guys, but this kind of reminds me like when Chris Benoit all of a sudden passed away. Unfortunately,
that moment, that first day moment.
Well,
type of
same thing with
Agreed.
Eddie, because Eddie was supposed to perform on
Exactly.
the show too, and he
pay-per-view.
Yep.
they
And
found
then-
him in his hotel.
earlier this year, also Jay Briscoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
Really?
a young
Oh
age.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, in a car accident with his kids in there. So
Oh,
it's just,
God.
yeah, it's sad though. we lost a lot of people this year, a lot of wrestlers, and it's just
Mhm.
As well as Terry Funk.
Terry
Terry Funk, Hall of Famer, hardcore legend, of course, passed away this past Wednesday. He was 79. I know Bray Wyatt died of a cardiac. I think he had a heart attack. And then Terry Funk just illness. I think he had cancer.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is cancer.
And-
Get this guy to hold a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Charlie. Yeah,
And,
man.
and fun fact, everybody, I did not know this. Okay, but homie was on Roadhouse. Okay, homie was on Roadhouse.
He was.
The one villain. This dude was like the big buff guy in the movie, and yet that turned out to be Terry freaking Funk.
So you mean to tell me it wasn't The Rock that paved the way for
No,
WWE?
I guess not. That was
Point. That's a good
that was
point.
crazy for me to see. That was really ridiculous to see. Otherwise, like you said, we lost Harley Quinn,
Barker.
the voice of Harley Quinn.
Arlene,
Barbara
The price is
Durkin?
wrong.
Brother did it the right way, though. Brother did it the right way, man. Brother
400.
went out at 99,
Yes.
won the 400.
Yeah.
He knew he knew how to do it.
That was not, yeah.
He knew how to do it.
That was a very interesting fact. He did pass away at the age of 99. That is wild.
Because he had to go out with the prices right, you know?
Absolutely, he had to go out the bank. He had to go out the bank, baby.
Rest in peace. We love you, Bob.
Man.
Paradise, brother.
I still love those moments, man. I always watch that whole fight scene all over again and have to
Still
go
watch it.
more.
Yeah.
Watch that.
You
That's
just
funny
can't
too.
get
As the
over it.
rejects, yeah, we do actually. That's one of my favorite skits to put on.
As soon as
For
we're waiting,
Happy Gilmore.
we're waiting around
Yeah.
in the green room. We've been chilling here. We put on some Adam Sandler and stuff like that. 'Cause
Mhm.
somebody at the table reminds us of our good part. So it
I don't know.
just brings us down memory lane and stuff like that. We put on the skits.
Actually, there's been a lot of memes going out about prices, right? And they show like the get well starter pack when you were home from school.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
your chicken noodle soup, you got your NyQuil, DayQuil, you
Mhm.
got your ginger ale, your Sprite, and then you have prices right on there. It's like the get well soup package from when you're trying to stay home.
And I
That's
mean, if we're gonna like just to pass out right away, pass this down,
Mhm.
Harley Quinn. I mean,
Mhm.
she was actually the first voice and the first interpretation of Harley
character.
Yeah.
because
that
the
character-
character.
That character first appeared on
Yeah,
the
the cartoon,
Batman
yeah.
animated series. First ever. And she was the first voice and only that brought up that character.
And she look where we're at now. Harley's become like the new
Such a
She's
fan
icon.
favorite.
popular.
She's one of the
Yep.
female iconic roles now.
Every time I go to Comic-Con, I just see nothing but Harley Quinn's out.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So you could tell like what impact she had definitely on the industry at that point. I mean,
Hashtag let the boy watch.
Exactly. No, that was intriguing. But otherwise, I think the most impactful one for me was the Bray Wyatt that passed.
same.
Because it's like he was about to make an epic comeback. He was going to be the next so-called Undertaker.
well,
Yeah.
he still was in his prime,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only 36. Only 36.
and the guy was just brilliant.
I did see a
Really
lot of
not.
I did see a lot of skits of Undertaker passing the mantle on to after he was
Yeah.
passed. Like it
Dude,
was,
in the ring, they did
yeah.
a little chit chat and said, "This is in your court." I bet you the money. He's like, "The ball's in your court now. Go for it. I'm
Yeah.
out of the picture. Go for it. Do your thing. Do your worst in a sense."
Like
or
it
whatever.
was typically him just passing the torch, like we just
Yeah.
mentioned.
Man.
And the one thing I love about Bray Wyatt is one man can talk on the mic.
Mhm.
nice.
The brilliance of this man's mind, because not only could he talk as his regular Bray Wyatt character,
You like guitars? They're good.
but
I'm sorry,
he
but
could
yeah.
also talk
I would've-
like
what you want?
I'll talk about that in a minute. He could also talk about the character,
an
you
old
know.
man
He
thing
could
to
talk, and then when he did the Firefly Funhouse,
Yeah, that
he
was crazy.
transformed himself all completely around, and now he's this other version of Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
So the man was buried. Let's be real. He's been buried many times, but yet he comes back.
Yeah.
And he comes back even stronger.
Mhm.
He comes back selling merchandise.
Mhm.
This guy's vision was just like out of this freaking world. It was madness. But it was because he was really brilliant. He was a brilliant
That
mind.
was a good twist. I like that.
Yeah, I like that little fun. I like that.
But in all
That
seriousness,
Uh-huh.
he was brilliant, and it's unfortunate him and his friend Brody Lee, who passed years ago,
Yeah.
well.
That's true.
and he was about to start his prime as well.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
On AEW, I think he would have been that big bad guy in there.
He would have. He definitely would
Would have
have.
been nice.
Speaking of buried alive, do they still do buried alive matches?
No,
Yeah.
that's stopped. brother.
No,
They haven't done it in a while.
Ever
Okay.
since Taker left, they would
But-
need to like bring somebody in and create the buried alive
man.
aspect.
I would
Same
have
thing
you,
with casket
man.
matches. They
And
stopped doing that for a
If
while.
I'm not
too.
mistaken, Roman Reigns donated the blue. He actually retired the blue belt.
He did.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Did he?
WWE, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That night.
Mhm.
So that was a homage to him. So
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, and that's a good way to kind of give it.
I guess I was hearing there was a lot of wrestlers that couldn't make it that night since it was all last minute.
Alexa Bliss,
Seth Rollins. I heard.
I saw he did
like
a
a little
tribute.
chat.
I saw he did a
Yeah.
tribute to him too. He did the Spider-Man crawl.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Right? Yeah, that was a
Yep.
tribute to him.
So
It was
And
really
then,
unfortunate. That hit me really hard.
I think
Go ahead.
AEW. No, go ahead, Joe. I was thinking of something. Go ahead. I was thinking out loud.
It's really unfortunate. The guy was in his prime. It's really sad. Not only that, but he was a family man.
Yeah.
You know, he still had his kids. They're really young, and now they have to grow up, in the world without a father. The father that actually really loved them and all. So it's unfortunate. Like I said, hug your loved ones now because you never know what tomorrow will bring at that point.
no,
Mhm.
agreed. All right, change the little theme over here, everybody. Crazy stuff, man. Subway sold for $9.6 billion.
Sold to
I
the
don't-
highest bidder.
I don't know how that happened, but I didn't even know they were up for bid. But what's it called? The owners.
I would have thought freaking Stephen Curry would have bought him out the way he's been promoting them. Like, damn.
I'm surprised that Jerry the Sandwich Guy didn't do it.
Yeah, that too. So like they're sold the same company as Scholastic Sleeves, whatever, and McAllister Deli, and same owner as Jimmy John's. So and now they're connected, but they're also saying that there's a connection to as well to Dunkin'. Dunkin's being owned by one of these companies as well too.
Don't forget
now-
Arby's.
And
Arby's owns them.
Oh,
Arby's
well, too?
yeah.
So-
Arby's owns Jimmy John's.
Well,
Golly,
it's like one of those companies like Yum Brand that owns KFC, Pizza Hut.
holy shit!
It's
Yeah.
just the way to monopolize the restaurant game.
Yeah.
No, wait. Now I have to ask a question. I'm curious because it's not a part of all these. Does this mean that the tuna is going to be actually tuna now?
Does
I would
that-
really hope so.
What?
Tuna's
Did I
gonna be
say that?
tuna.
My bad.
Does that mean we can actually eat fresh?
Is the bread going to be considered actual bread? You know.
Right? Does that mean
Wait.
it's finally going to be impossible?
Or
Shout out to the
is it
vegans.
is a foot long actually going to be foot long?
Is it actually
Is
gonna
that
be a
actually
foot
gonna-
Right, John?
I think that's why they lost a lot of money because I believe they got sued because of the fact that they
It
were
wasn't a
claiming to
foot
have a foot
John was
long,
part of the class.
and a dude measured it and said, it's not even a foot long, and took them to court about it.
Well,
So
it was
it's
that
everything.
one. It was the tuna. It was the chicken. It was the
The chicken for
the
real.
bread.
though.
bread.
Yeah,
Like
the bread
everything.
too.
Hey, hold on, the
everything.
chicken.
Their chicken is suspect too. They've
Yeah.
been serving uncooked chicken and it was an authentic chicken too.
Man,
That
no
was a
wonder
big
my
thing.
gut's been bubbly, man. I be having,
Yeah.
man, buffalo chicken's my flavor, my thing.
And
man.
not to get Tony the Kid on the
Yeah.
rant too, but the Subway out in Gurney, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that one. Yeah, that one's a little suspect too, as well as the Steak and Shake
By the
conversation.
way-
Oh, there
Not
we
to
go.
get TDK too sure,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Speaking of Steak and Shake, thank you for bringing that up. Steak and
got
Shake,
you.
we got a problem with you, man.
Gotta get
I'm
it
like,
going.
listen, we
Got
had
gold to pick.
for real, we had a beef with Wingstop over here, and what's the place over here?
That was
Lakemore.
That was
Lakemore, right? We got a beef with them, and then now we got beef with Steak and Shake because somehow we said 4 shakes, 2 cookie doughs, 1
One Nutella.
Nutella,
And
and
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger, okay? And then all of a sudden we get 3 shakes, and
And by the
Nutella
way-
tasted like something else.
It tasted like vanilla, but secondly, though, none of them were large.
Yeah, none of them were large.
None of them, not even one.
Right?
All of them
So
were regular. I was like, wow.
no, ruin it.
Quick
But they
story-
charge us regular, but they charge us large.
Quick
Jackass.
story. I used to work at Steak and Shake,
Oh damn.
and we used to mess around with the shake. This was back when I was younger. I'm not proud of this.
Now,
but-
when you say mess around with the shit, we like,
Yeah, you need to elaborate on that. You need to elaborate. Very heavy.
You know,
just
so
tell
I
me.
heard you say taste the rainbow. I'm not trying to taste the madness, man.
Some tells me that we had more than we bargained for
Let's
with
just
this.
say it was savage back in the day.
God damn.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm also doing Make a Wish. So today we actually presented Tony, the kid, the belt today. So
Make
I
a
made a
wish.
wish to Tony, the kid.
Yeah, that's
There
because
you go.
I'm champ, the only
I want-
champ on the table,
I want
everybody.
to make him
So
feel big today. So that's presented by me, by the way.
appreciate it. Gotta do it. Gotta do it right. Now move on, everybody, because it's good NFL stuff. Steve Mongo, McMichael, everybody, is one step closer to become an NFL Hall of Famer. All right.
About time.
He's on bedridden at the moment now with ALS. Apologies. But this will be great news for him before he does pass. It's just a matter of time. But I think this would be a very awesome, great wrestler, great NFL, part of the 85 Bears, everybody.
Not a fan, but do respect the legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Part of the
Respect
85
him.
Bears and one of the
I heard
coolest
you right.
wrestlers of all.
Respect
Oh,
him,
yeah,
especially
but,
since he joined wrestling.
especially when he was part of the Four Horsemen for me.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Like when he came out, I was very shocked. And he was actually one of my favorite characters watching on WCW.
And
Yeah,
before
one of my favorite characters.
before Goldberg introduced us to Spear, he was the one already doing the tackle.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah, exactly. We're setting it up. But yeah, that was
Thank
been
you.
really.
Thank you, old man, for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
Now Charles Martinet, I believe, is the name correctly, is retiring from being the voice of Mario, as you guys just heard. Everybody, he is finally retiring. No more, it's me, I'm Mario. I'm leaving it
Oh,
on.
that's not the
Yeah,
it's a me, a Mario.
No, don't
you
do
know?
it. Don't do it.
My thing with that,
C3
is
is
just that
okay.
hope the next guy that takes over does a good job. 'Cause, I mean, it's going to be hard to replace that
It
guy.
really is because they wanted him to be the voice of the movie instead of Chris Pratt,
Yeah.
which made more sense. I would
Chris
agree.
Evans.
Huh?
Chris
Have it.
Evans.
No.
No,
Evans,
that's
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt.
It is
What
Chris
about
Pratt.
you?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
what
yeah.
about you?
Chris
I was about to
Evans.
make
That was
okay.
good.
Evans Pratt is the same thing. So I was
Zach
gonna
was
go
like, he
that
was like, first man,
I
I
did
know
have
you are
like-
not looking at me like
And
that.
then I was like, wait, no, Evans is
They both
Captain America. I was like, wait.
they both have Chris in the
So-
beginning. Worry about yourself, man.
Yeah, they do have
It's Coca-Cola. 'Cause you drink
Yeah,
it.
man. Tell us, can't worry about
He's
yourself.
gonna chug it and all of a sudden be belching like crazy like he did last time.
What is the guy drinking?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, now moving on to Floyd Mayweather, everybody. I don't shed good
TMT,
limelight
baby.
on this guy.
TMT,
but
baby.
I have to say he did something fantastic.
That's
He actually
right.
did something very honorable.
Mhm.
He paid for flights, hotels, food, and clothes for almost
Money
70
made.
families and to flee Maui during the wildfires.
Money
Everybody.
made, guys.
That was
great, man.
I
He
applaud
deserves
that for sure. You know,
Look,
that's well.
Let me tell you
Always
something as
do
a
credit
fan.
credit's due.
No matter what, that person you see on the TV is just a persona, just like wrestling. He's a persona. He has to
Yeah.
be the villain of boxing, but
That's
deep
true.
down inside, he's really a good guy.
I agree. The numerous interviews that he's done just kind of sheds light on the character that he is.
Well,
So
Just like Barbara.
it's nice.
Well, there was
Stop.
no,
Stop.
not even the same. So there was
Hey.
there was at one time when Broner was gonna fight Maidana where even Mayweather said, "Look, man, he's trying to personify me. He's trying to be just like me,
Mhm.
but Maidana, but Broner needs to understand. He needs to know when to turn it on, and he needs to know when to turn it off,
Which he did
because the
not let
kid
go.
just doesn't know when to turn it off.
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I will give him that.
Yeah,
He
like-
cares about his friends, his family, and his boxers, everybody under him.
He definitely cares for his mama. Like there was a lot of
Yeah.
times on 24/7. He just pulls out wads of cash, just counts. Go ahead, mama, knock yourself out.
Yeah,
And all she
that-
did was thank you.
I can tell he has beef with his pops, but he still lingers a pop.
But
style.
he still has them in camp.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Keeps
no
him-
matter
so
what,
I
he still
understand.
has his family close. to him.
Actually,
That shows
isn't
him
his father
character
training
that
him
he is.
now?
Yeah.
He's training him again.
They're
Yeah.
squashed to beef, bro. A long
I thought he
time.
was training them.
Very good.
But they still always have little beef. But I mean,
But who doesn't have pops?
It's
Whatever,
it's
it's not their
competition,
pops.
dude. It's
yeah,
always.
agree.
man.
Father, if you're out there, please talk to me.
Now, for
Oh,
those who want to
no.
assist, please go to health.hawaii.gov/Maui wildfires.
Please, guys.
You go on that website. You guys can assist
Donate.
however you want
Yep.
to, if you guys like to, in any kind of way, because this is still going on at the moment.
$1 does go a long way.
Yes,
Just
it does.
remember that.
Yep. Instead of getting a
$1
McChicken, go
instead
there.
of you can't even afford a McChicken, but
No,
just
that's-
still,
yeah.
$1 still goes a long way for someone.
Agree. Now, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, we didn't talk about this in quite some time since we've done a live events, but it was announced that for October 28th in Saudi Arabia, everybody,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fight is going to happen. It will take place regulation boxing ring under boxing rules, including 3 ringside judges using the 10-point must system. Supposedly.
So wait,
Okay?
they're gonna go 12 rounds? You trying to tell me?
That's the rounds have yet to be determined. That's the one thing.
Allegedly. All right, cool.
Exactly. The rounds have yet to be determined, but that is going to be happening. Now, speaking on that real quick, so we can chime in and talk a little bit about these fights. But Fedor, I don't know, Lomachenko, whatever his name is, but MMA legend calls out Mike Tyson to be the co-main event on the same card that day
That'd be nice.
for a boxing match.
That'd be nice.
Okay. So speaking on that part, now our thing is, get your thoughts on this whole Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. Why?
Francis
why-
Ngannou is gonna be tasting 19-carat stone.
I
with
agree.
white pans
What's
right
your
here.
question, though, Tony? The kid, what are you trying to say?
Like
Like,
what?
why? Why are they fighting?
Yeah, why are they fighting now? If I'm
Because
not
who the
mistaken,
fuck wants to
Wait.
fight Fury?
I mean, you, as WWF fans, should all know this theme song. Show me the money. That's why.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
That's why, man. They're gonna get a check. They're both gonna get paid for it. UFC
I mean,
versus boxing. Obviously, we've seen it before, and we've seen the paycheck from it. It's nothing but beneficial. So obviously, I mean, Francis obviously. Hold on, Francis. I was gonna say retired, but he turned in his belt.
He ran away.
Yeah, most people would say ran away, but
He
yeah,
didn't run away.
He ran
I
away.
agree
Just for this
No,
fight, though.
but
You know,
yes.
that was the biggest. He wanted to. He
He
wanted to
didn't
get
run
to the ring.
away. What he did is he called the taxi, jumped in, and said, "Get me out of here."
They can keep the belt. They can keep the belt. Get me out of
What do you
here.
guys have for the fight, though?
I have Fury.
I have Fury.
I definitely
Sure.
got Fury.
I definitely got
I never
Fury all
seen
day.
Francis's stand up, so I don't know if he has any good power on him.
He has no.
He's got knockout.
He has the fucking power, but
Yeah.
the problem is that he is not well equipped to be in a boxing match in general. He's
Oh, okay.
not well equipped to have a boxing match. No.
Especially with the world champion like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like even
mean,
in the
it's
octagon,
in this
he was
one.
very sloppy with his hands. He's very sloppy, like in the stand-up. He's very sloppy. But because he was able to be successful in there, is because as soon as he landed, it really knocked the person down, knocked him out like completely.
Right.
But for him to be in a boxing match, it's like you got to have the more equipness in a sense, and the skills. Conor McGregor has a better boxing stand-up compared to Francis Ngannou.
Oh,
Okay?
shots fired.
I'm just saying. That's just
I
my,
felt
that's just
that
my,
one in my stomach.
he has a
I'm
better
back you up. I
stand-up.
got you.
But it's
Go ahead.
just I don't know. It's not gonna look good. Francis is gonna make himself look silly and say basically stay in your octagon.
You know
Gonna
what?
be madness.
Yes,
You know what? I'm
it
gonna tell
is.
you something because this wasn't on the script, but I'm gonna ask you a question. Yesterday there was a fight between Usyk versus
Yeah,
Dubois.
saw that.
Oh, and he knocked him out, right? Didn't he?
Hold on, wait a minute. In about the 5th round,
Uh-huh.
there was a knockdown by Dubois,
That so-called said
but
it
they
was a
said,
low blow.
they said it was a low blow.
It was no low blow. It was right in the body, right here,
It was right in
right
the
in the
belt
belly
line.
button.
What is it? Was it his bladder?
Bro, all I know
Yeah,
is that
could be. But still, the way they called it was a low blow. Really?
but yet, hold on, wait. They let Amir Khan get away with that one.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Really?
You want to say that? They let Amir Khan get away with that hit.
That's a good point.
I don't know, but I got Fury winning that one. If they do the Mike, I'm intrigued by the Mike Tyson fight though.
Mike's
I
gonna
did
win. Mike's gonna win.
I
that
would
one
like
too.
to see Mike Tyson come back for that and actually
I
fight.
thought he was supposed
Fedor.
to fight a couple more charity fights.
He was supposed to do. They were supposed to do a Holyfield and Mike Tyson, but
Yeah.
that didn't happen because Holyfield got knocked out.
Well, that and he wants to save his other ear.
That's
Damn, that was
that
good.
too.
That was
But
good.
I want to see
Mike
that
Tyson,
Tyson
if
one.
you're out there, come at me, bro.
Come at me.
He
Oh,
said,
madness.
It's a madness.
he said, take a bite at me.
Oh yeah, step into the Slim Jim.
No.
I
would go
with
the
them
Mike
braces,
Tyson
you're
one.
gonna be without lips.
Yeah.
One right hand, and you may be without lips.
Oh, I was gonna turn into a Slim Jim.
That was weird though. Now it's moving on. Now it's kind of weird. Another boxing fight though was it basically set for October 20th on the same day, but this time in Las Vegas in the States. Everybody, Haiti versus I don't know how to pronounce the guy. Prograis.
Oh,
No, pronounce that right
I
there.
don't even have a
Pro
script.
Grace. And just right here, we're trying to share it, man.
Why do I have to share a script with you?
Because he didn't print out
I
5.
did. The other one's over there. Tell me, go get it, man. Dang, I thought I told you.
Hey,
doesn't need a
I
script.
need to get
Hey,
that.
grab me a beer.
I
Right
go
up
off my dome.
pro. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bro, yeah.
Come on,
Bro,
Come on.
I did it.
Give me a
Prograis,
Give me a beer.
whatever.
But it's
It's
the same
set
day,
for
though, huh?
October
Thank you
28th.
very much, sir.
My thing is, what's it called? NC3. You even heard of that guy?
No.
you like that, don't you?
Shows proof that it's not a well equipped
Zach, can you
fight
open
for a
this,
Haney
please?
fight.
Yes, sir.
That they need to do a Lomachenko too, but that's just
What?
Actually, wait a minute. Hold on.
Run it back,
But there's something else that happened.
Uh-huh.
Recently, the WBC came up and told Shakur Stevenson that he actually has a fight.
The WBC did?
Yeah, what is that?
Hold on, wait a
Express a
minute.
little bit there.
Hold on. And they had him and his opponent actually had until Friday to talk about it. Hold, give me a second.
Come on,
I
man.
got
Come
you.
with it, man.
Come on.
Come with it,
come on.
man.
Let's go.
Ali, man.
Let's
Shakur
go.
Stevenson was told by the WBC Frank Martin.
What the hell's that?
So
the
they
fuck
ordered
is that?
they ordered both of them. Yeah, they ordered
that
WBC orders Shakur Stevenson Frank Martin lightweight title fight.
That guy sucks.
Someone who tell me who's.
I don't know.
But hold on,
no,
wait.
no.
But they're saying, hold on. If they're not able to come up with an agreement, the bout will head to a purse bid scheduled for September 5th.
Okay.
So basically, this fight's gonna happen whether we like it or not.
That's true.
Damn.
That's
Which I'm okay with. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
it's good. Yeah,
Hold
it's
on.
good setup.
Wait a minute. Why the fuck couldn't they do this for Wilder versus Fury all them damn years ago?
Or
Now all of a sudden they actually have the authority to do this shit?
do
Because-
Fury versus Usyk.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Hold on. You know what? Even better. Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
No, yeah. That's
Oh yeah.
Now it was
Well,
different.
nowadays because let's just put it this way: UFC is taking all their
That's
fights.
right. That's
I
right.
forgot about that.
It's not until they finally put on these like fights that we've been waiting to see for a long time that we finally come back to boxing. But what happens after that? We got lackluster after lackluster after lackluster
That's
fights.
true.
I
What's
mean,
the next? Like, when's your next big fight? Not until what? September?
Yeah.
the fight scene has just never been the same. Since the top stars has pretty much slipped away.
Who's the top star?
I mean, depending boxing, UFC. I mean, in your guys' eyes, who do you think?
Well,
I mean, for me,
okay.
Well,
Boxing,
boxing right now is Davis.
Yeah.
Seems like Davis is stepping in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UFC would probably be.
There's only one guy.
I hate to say it,
We know the
Mr.
name.
Bones. Yeah,
Come on.
Mr. Bones.
Come on, give it to me, baby.
What?
Yeah, he's got to be the top right now. Defending. Or I'll give you the Alex Book blah. I don't know how to say his last name, so yeah. But Alex, because he's like undefeated right now, so they
No,
probably.
what do you mean? It's
For
the,
UFC?
it's the injury prone Conor McGregor.
He's an injury-
their cash cow.
As long as you know he's injury prone, the guy who hasn't
Yeah.
fought all year, but most anticipated
Yeah,
to fight.
it's crazy. He
Yeah.
hasn't yet fought
All
but yet,
year.
All of a sudden, they
But
put his name on a commercial, and they get nothing but likes and subscribes.
And they talk about all his opponents he can
Yeah.
fight before the end of the year.
Yeah,
And we're already in
the
freaking
guy-
August.
the
Yeah,
guy's
exactly.
entertaining. The guy's entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
And well, that's why Sean
Even Steve
O'Malley.
Gardner-
That's why Sean O'Malley kind of basically copied all that and turned it into him.
Yeah.
And but he took a little bit of Tekashi 6ix9ine, took a little bit of Connor, and said, "I'm that character now."
You know what's crazy about Connor too? The guy hasn't fought all year,
Yeah.
lost Ultimate Fighter, and still is anticipated to fight in the UFC. That's crazy to me. Wow. I want to see him fight too, but
And he lost compared to what your favorite guy, Bones Jones.
the thing that makes
Bony guy.
Connor really
Bony
like
guy.
flashy
Yeah,
is the fact that he's a character.
yeah,
Look
Yeah.
at him.
So,
Yeah.
he's basically copied the same formula as Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
yeah. And the
And
that's what
UFC
made
part.
him- yeah, that's what made him
So
popular.
people want to see him either win or lose, but they want to see him
But
because
they wanna
of his
see him.
antics.
he's
Exactly.
entertaining, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the only guy I've ever seen in the octagon that knocks someone out with their shoulder.
I mean, you could talk. You
True.
could talk that.
I mean,
smack,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't,
He's
I've done
entertaining.
it. I've been to UFC before.
Okay,
What?
okay.
Oh, I thought it was like real life. Like, excuse me, I didn't call this.
I
What
never
was this?
seen you knock out nobody with your
Yeah,
shoulder.
I did it back in the day when we didn't have cages. We had dinosaurs, and whoever lost got eaten up.
Okay.
And
This
John
is why you're
definitely
still
got
here.
eaten up.
I like that. Okay, yeah.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
That's right.
That
Now,
other guy.
John
Yeah,
definitely got eaten up.
gotta go on to some
Here's
timey
the
stuff,
bit.
everybody. Blue Beetle becomes #1 movie in the U.S. Congratulations, Blue Beetle. It is a Hispanic character based on for DC over there,
Yeah, so.
and
there you
it's
go.
the
There you
start of the DCU for
But-
James Gunn.
Damn, Rotten Tomatoes had it at 86, and then they dropped it to 70
They
something.
did?
You know,
I wonder why.
But you know why?
Ah.
Because of the DC movie. They're like, listen, we what's it called? That check that DC supposedly paid us to give you a good little thing didn't catch right away.
Did you
So
guys even watch it though?
I did.
I didn't watch
I'm
it yet.
watching it tomorrow.
Um,
I haven't watched it yet, but I always got the feeling of the commercials.
I'll probably
it's
watch
gonna
it
be
this week,
pretty
though.
entertaining. It's
I
gonna
can
be funny. I feel like it's a very young Iron Man like type of film.
I mean, you gotta look at it. The story. The story.
Did you watch it?
Not yet. I'm
No?
actually gonna watch it this
Okay.
Tuesday.
Oh, there you go.
I did watch the Turtles movie today because it was National
Oh
Cinema Day.
yeah, that's
$4 movies, yeah.
$4 movie.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that Turtle movie is actually pretty good for their own thing.
Like
That's
your
all I
own
can say.
universe.
Their
It's
own
basically
universe.
Seth Rogen's version of a Ninja
Exactly,
Turtle.
and it
That's
wasn't
what
bad
it is.
for
Yeah.
their own version. Let's just put it that
I
way.
like
Shout out
the
to Seth
animated
Rogen, though.
style, though. The animated style they
Yeah.
used for it. The storyline is not that bad for it, too.
Yeah, it wasn't actually bad. It was pretty good.
I like that they added. Oh my God, what's that guy's name? I just dropped his name.
Ice Cube.
No,
The other guy, Jackie Chan.
no, he was Splinter though.
He was,
No, I'm
right.
thinking of Paul.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
he
yeah,
was.
all right.
Gecko.
Yeah, he was a gecko. I
He was
liked
the
him in
gecko,
that. That's a
yeah.
nice touch though
Wow.
because
Yeah,
that brings a nostalgia twist to it.
It does,
because-
actually.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. No, that's not bad. But otherwise, Blue Beetle, I like it's really good. Really good thing.
I guess
man.
by
wanna
next
see it.
podcast, we definitely mentioned something that we all seen about them.
No.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now moving on. 49ers trade Trey Lance to the NFL. Okay. Sucks to be this guy. But
Nah, dude,
got-
it sucks to be the 49ers.
I don't know about all that, but it sucks to be this guy
Nah,
traded to
you
the
know what they
Cowboys.
gave for
Wait,
him?
wait,
for-
let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah,
Let him finish.
traded to the Cowboys for a 2024 4th round pick.
Okay. So remember, they traded up to get him.
Uh-huh.
They traded 2 picks, a 1 and a 4
That's true.
to get him at 3.
Mhm.
And now all you're gonna get is a 4.
Yeah.
That's why I find it hilarious because I'm like, bro, you guys really wanted this guy. Like, you guys went all out for him. For what?
But they like the unsung hero
Exactly.
over the 49ers.
Believe in the system, and
Yeah.
the system will follow. It
Yeah.
will give you the championship. And Brock Purdy did lead him to the way.
Yeah,
Would you
he
like
was
to
leading a long way.
What? Yep. Believe in the madness, brother.
Wait, on, man.
No, I can't let you sit up here and lie on this show like
He
that.
was doing
No.
well. He was getting a lot of hype.
He is the cream of the crop, bro.
There is no cream of the crop
They
with
were saying-
him.
They were saying that Trey Lance was okay. He was projected to make some noise over there for 49ers.
You're not
That-
seeing how much.
And then as soon as he gets down for his leg injury after Chicago Bears messed him up, what's it called? All of a sudden you put in Purdy, and then Purdy actually made a splash. He was making plays.
Bro, he's Mr. Relevant.
There you go, Mr. Irrelevant.
Last pick
Tell
of the
me,
draft.
tell me one other good cash cow on commercials and any type of thing that says Mr. Irrelevant doesn't get paid. Tell me.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? That's a
Odell
great story.
Beckham.
And
Odell
plus-
Beckham.
No.
They still
Oh,
got a good
okay.
defense.
Mr. Relevant in the NFL is the last
They-
pick of the draft, bro.
They still
Oh,
got a
okay,
good
yeah,
defense.
yeah.
They still got to do good defense to protect them, plus the good offense.
They
to
got
go with
fucking
them.
McCaffrey there.
Bro, they got everything around them. If it
Debo
works,
Samuel.
Debo
If it-
Samuel.
exactly. If it works,
The quarterback. Oh no, wait.
Right.
why? If it ain't
Mark Purdy.
broken,
Yeah.
don't
Why-
fix it.
Exactly.
It
Keep
worked
Purdy in.
last year. Why?
And
fix
they
it
have
at
one
that
of the.
point?
I don't think it's gonna change because what's it
They-
called? Shannon McShannon
to-
McShannon or was
No,
it
Shannon.
Shannon?
Yep.
To me,
It's
one,
like
of the, one of the
same
best
system.
play callers behind the mic.
It's you can
Exactly.
tell.
He
You
is.
can
Kyle
tell.
Shanahan is one of the best play callers behind the mic.
Yes.
You can tell. It's gonna be interesting. to say
The guy is just a freaking
Okay.
genius.
So follow-up question: does this help or hurt the 49ers?
It
I think-
helps.
I think it helps, but also hurts him because they gave up so much for him.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, at this point, though, what can he do? But go ahead. Next.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
I'm just excited to see what he does with the Cowboys because I mean I follow a lot. And this,
I think you're the only one in the room. Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for this guy to suck so I can get in there. You know?
He's gonna be on the bench like, woo.
I
come
think
on.
I drafted Dak Prescott.
I'm not sure. I'm not
That's
sure
good,
if
that's
he's
good.
second or third in line right now.
Almost gonna be third in line.
He's probably
Watch.
third. Probably
Now
third.
moving along.
And then why did? Oh, yeah. Next.
Could be- of all places.
Cowboys.
Right now, fans go crazy. Everybody, I want to talk with you guys. I don't know if you guys saw this little clip or commercial,
Saw it.
but fans went crazy to see this little Marvel commercial after they released the short anime skit. All right, for a PC launch of the video game Snap. It's already on mobile, but now it's a PC version. It's a basic card game on there, but gave us one of the coolest animation commercials there is. All right, it's catching so much buzz to the point that there's tons of TikTokers out there basically saying, why can't Marvel do an actual cartoon based on this commercial? Why not? It brought a
this
squirrel
is,
girl. It did a Sailor Moon type of depiction of it. Looked pretty badass to me, mind you. They did Ghost Rider back on there with tag teaming with freaking Deadpool, and Ghost Rider turns freaking medieval in the medieval suit. That was pretty badass. Cowboy like too, and it went good. I think the commercial went nice, and I agree with these fans. Make a cartoon out of it.
I've not
You-
seen the commercial.
You done all these TV shows, live action shows, whatever, and hasn't catch any buzz, but you do one little snippet commercial for a video game, and the world goes nuts.
Firstly, I haven't seen the commercial. Secondly, so is this gonna be like the WWE card game that they have on the mobile app?
Possibly, I want to say so. Possibly,
Okay.
it's going to be very interesting, to say the least.
Well then, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
Okay.
now, everybody, don't forget everybody to promote Dynasty Barbershop. Everybody, go on the QR code right there, scan in there, choose your barber over there. They got more barbers now. Alex the barber, the main and one and only family right now, is getting a lot of buzz going over there. So
They're
you
definitely
guys make sure
stocking. I
go
got
on
you. They're
there.
definitely stocking up on barbers.
Yes.
My boy killed it for the back to school. So
Yeah.
now that your kids are back to school, you can bring them back for that mid-school haircut. You know, you gotta keep that swag tight. You know, gotta keep that hair looking good.
Right.
Fades, braids, beards,
You gotta-
nose plucking, eyebrows done, ear waxing, all of the above. We do it all at Alex. Okay.
Oh man, get on that.
Yeah, homecoming. You got
I've been there
homecoming
a
around the
few times
corner.
already.
You guys gotta
Homecoming's
do that.
coming up.
Yeah,
Dance
they-
is coming up. Prom's coming
Yeah.
up.
You
Guys
might
gotta
get
see the boy
invited
out.
to see if you get a haircut. Just
That's right. That's right. Now, the big part, now we're going to jump into the last part of our show, everybody. It's going to be a real big thing because I got to get you guys' opinions on it. We got to talk about it. Let's talk about it, everybody. Superhero fatigue, okay? Man, because of what we just found out with Blue Beetle becoming #1 in the U.S., but also this little commercial happening with the animation and stuff like that. I got to get your guys' opinions. Is the fans getting superhero fatigue?
as a comic book fan and Comic Con's big nerd in general, in a way, yes, we are. Believe it or not, we are hitting a pretty much a wall at this point. That we are getting tired, but yet we still want something new. And this definitely with this whole Hispanic cast right now, it's good because look at Black Panther, it worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at as well as Blue Beetle,
right?
It worked. So give us something different.
Yeah,
I'm tired of
Captain
seeing
America
the
was
fade.
working.
It was work.
It did work. It did work when it came to Winter Soldier. That was successful.
Yes.
When Part 3 came on with Civil War, and it was a hit and miss. It's like we can go back to watching it and agree that it was decent, but at first it didn't get the buzz that we felt Winter Soldier got. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that kind of tells you where the aspect of it.
Well, lately it's just been hit or miss. Because I mean, there's been
Lately, I feel like it's been hit or miss because you look at other movies where
right here,
example,
Secret Invasion TV show on Disney Plus, one of the lowest rankings supposedly.
And you know what?
Oh no, wait, She-Hulk got higher than that.
Yes. And you know what? And you know why though? Because we didn't really touch on the Secret Invasion because we should have, and I'm probably coming soon. I'll have a show on that, but. I did have a problem with Secret Invasion because it was the most anticipated series of them all.
Yeah.
Supposed to drop, right?
Because it dropped
and it bombed. But you know what? Spoiler alert. Go ahead, fans. Spoiler alert. The ending was complete ass.
That
shit was not okay.
So wait,
that shit was very upsetting. As a Marvel fan, I'm very upset with that shit because that shit was not supposed to end that way. You were supposed to set up for a bigger ending. You give us this piece of shit with some character we don't fucking know, and nobody cares about that shit. So what the hell is that?
So wait, is this like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Big Bang Theory, like all those shows, that a lot of people are expecting like a big old bang ending, and then in the end,
I think the ending
flops like LeBron's career.
In general of TV shows and movies, well, let's put it this way: in generally of TV shows, the ending, there's always a rarity of shows that give us a good send off to an ending. Dexter was a good Showtime TV series.
That was not a good one. What are you talking about?
Not that's not.
No, you're talking about the other.
That was one of most people would say the worst endings to a show series that was successful.
So let me put this as well. Controversially, the thing is they're not listening to fans. They're doing this whole,
I think they are. I think they're listening to fans, but they're not listening to them all the way. They're like, let me hear them out, and then they're like, I don't like that part of what that fan thought. I'm gonna put them out.
Ant-Man, good or bad?
Well, which one? All like there's a character. Quantumania.
I actually thought Quantumania was entertaining.
It was good. It was good.
I thought it was entertaining.
It was good.
I think Ant-Man Quantumania was definitely better than Part 2.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I would say
I haven't seen Quantumania. I'll be honest with you.
All right, Jonathan.
I haven't seen Quantumania, but I heard a lot.
I really thought.
I did fall asleep the first time I did. Low-key, I fell asleep, but I went back and watched it.
I fell asleep.
The first time I was like,
I dragged my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, babe, but I fell asleep for 15 minutes.
I did. I fell asleep.
the Galaxy 3.
Oh, no, that was great. That was great. No, that was great.
The first time I have to say I fell asleep. Okay. The first time I fell asleep. The second time I got around watching it, I can see that, had a good connection. But that's the thing.
Your heartstrings, man.
No. At first it was kind of boring though. Tony the Kid. At first I was like, it's not really hitting the Guardians like peak. The ending was better. The ending was a lot better though. Yeah. The Flash though.
Oh, just saw the Flash. Fucking Michael freaking Keaton.
Yeah.
Okay? The only savior to the movie.
That's it. That is the only.
I like Tatsuya too.
Yeah, exactly.
Supergirl.
Only thing when it came to the Flash himself, I'm sorry, every time he spoke pissed me off.
Yeah.
So wait, I got a question to ask you.
Yes.
So when they were talking about that 4-hour Flash movie, and you posted on Facebook that it was necessary, is it still necessary?
It's not necessary. With
they could have cut a whole.
Hold on, wait.
But it would have been necessary if they would have added all the pieces into it. If they would have really added the story of Henry Cavill, if they would have turned that into the Flashpoint, basically.
That's the thing.
3 Flashes is just not necessary. It's just not necessary.
No.
But the same character was not necessary. If you had Reverse Flash, different. If you would have had Zoom, different. Okay, not like the same character.
Anti-Flash.
It's
a different.
But that's the thing that Marvel does right, and DC can. They
Say it again.
They definitely cannot give out an origin. They don't know how to do movies as well.
Okay.
We don't need a 4-hour Flash movie. We don't even need a 2-hour Flash movie. We just need a
we don't
good
even need a Flash
No,
movie.
time out. We don't need an Ezra Miller Flash movie.
Well,
Okay.
that
That I just gotta put out there because I think that was one of the most detrimental things to what happened to the Flash is that fans wanted Ezra Miller out because of his shit that he got into.
Flash, Justice League.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. So it's like you wanted him out, but yet you didn't listen to the fans because you were so caught up in money, and you decided to put this movie out there, knowing that this was gonna fucking bomb.
So the root of your question, though, Toy Kid, is are we?
Are we just fed up with? Can we just take a little bit of a small hiatus of these superhero
What?
films, right?
Hold on, wait.
Or space them out, right?
Isn't another one being released soon?
Bro,
Well, Aquaman 2 is coming out the end of this year.
there's a whole 2024
Yeah. Well,
script.
Here's
still.
the thing. The
Yeah,
problem
there's
with
a whole 2024 script still. They're still trying to go phase 5. We're on phase 5 right now.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you why. Like
no,
we
we're
didn't
on
have
5.
fatigue in the
Right.
80s.
You're right.
I'm gonna say it right now.
in the 90s.
We didn't have fatigue in the 80s and 90s.
Why not?
Reason why is because we had Batman in 89. We had
Mhm.
Batman 92.
Right.
That's right.
After that, it was a long time till we had Blade.
True. Which
I guess
fucking
you're right.
killed it.
After Blade, now Marvel started coming in because from Blade we had Punisher,
Yeah,
That's true.
very slowly. Yeah,
We
they
had
started trickling in.
A
Spider-Man.
little bit of Marvel movies coming
here
in.
and there.
Here, guys.
What
here's some Marvel
happened
movies.
X-Men.
is the X-Men.
Mhm.
But what happened is not until Disney realized, hey, we
Yeah.
could do something out of this.
Superheroes are
That
money
Disney
makers.
started to build a big ass, how do you put it? Like
Empire.
empire.
Yeah, Empire's a good way
Based
to
on
put it.
different films, but they knew how to pace themselves.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it wasn't here's Iron Man.
Next
4
month.
months later would be Thor. No, it was like here's Iron Man. Wait a few more months, nearly a year. You got the other one coming out.
That's right.
It was like
It
6
took
months,
us-
almost a year.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It took us a while to get Avengers Part 1.
And I
It
agree
took us
with
a-
you.
yeah,
I agree.
I remember that was very anticipated.
Let me
Yeah, go ahead.
let me tell you something. It's gonna probably. I just thought about this actually. So
Me and you went to watch
notice-
Avengers 2 in theaters. Like, that took a
Facts.
long time. Yeah,
Facts.
like, my bad.
You noticed something that Miles Morales came out this year. It did one of the best superhero movies of the year, and it was animated.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated as well.
And it seems like they're successful going on
So
over
does
there.
this mean we're gonna go back to animated now?
I suggested
It's a
at this point.
mixture.
To be
This
fair,
was a good-
the
a
last
great
Spider-Man
mixture of
movie
it
wasn't
makes
all
sense.
that, though.
Yeah.
Because let's put it this way, I think X-Men 97 that has yet to come out on Disney Plus
Right.
is by far right now another anticipated show to be releasing on Disney Plus, and I feel like that one is going to be a big fan favorite there. So I think it's a matter of give us a mixture for those who are watching these superhero films. You're giving us these TV shows, these movies out there on Disney at this point. Like, listen, you guys come up with great stories. But what problem was, and this is how I said it when they started saying the new phase coming along, is that they're really starting to put it down our throats.
Well,
All right, they
That's
did.
what she said.
That's what he said.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay, go.
This way. You could
good.
prolong a lot of these actors' voices. Chris Evans,
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr. If you all just go animated at this point,
Exactly.
you don't need no explanation for it. Just do it. At that point, you go prolong. You keep telling great stories. These
Yeah.
guys don't have to put themselves in great shape.
Yeah.
That's why we have
The
animation.
What If series on Disney Plus, I think, was also pretty badass.
It was
So
good.
now you add the What If series in there, and yet, like you said, you can add the real voices back into there of the characters.
Make it
You
look
don't
like
think
a
they're gonna like
comic
it?
book.
Why
And
not?
Morales. Why not?
Exactly.
It would work. It would sell. The
So wait,
kids would watch
Are we
it.
not anticipated for the new Marvels coming out?
We are, but at
What?
the same time,
No.
I'm sorry.
really.
No, I'm
The
not. No,
Marvels, the Marvels.
I'm not hyped up for freaking the Marvels. Really?
Wait,
I
equality.
am as a fan.
No. Equality. It's gonna get. It's gonna get the equality like aggravation. That's what you're about to get.
to me, the thing I would mention right now
I mentioned equality.
that freaking when Tony Kid just said something while he was talking about the Flash,
Mhm.
Michael Keaton stole the show.
No. Michael freaking Keaton.
Oh.
Yes.
Hashtag put respect on the name, Michael freaking
Michael
Keaton.
Form respect in his name, yes.
Dude. Okay, when Ben Affleck came out, Ben Affleck was dodging he dodged.
He was
Doomsday,
cool in the
he
movie
was
too.
fine.
He was.
But-
He was.
Michael Keaton came out took on the alien without knowing if he could kill him or not. He's like,
he didn't
"I'm
even
gonna
question
fight
it. My
him."
man
No.
took off.
I was gonna cry. I ain't gonna lie,
My man took
I'm
off.
gonna cry. I'm sorry because in the
Fucking
freaking
jumping
movie,
midair, like
midair
bomb
jumping,
here,
then you
bomb
had
here, flash
had
bomb
the
there,
orchestra
smoke
on the
bomb.
back playing. You
Yeah.
had the most nostalgic music and the theme songs that really captivated Batman fans. Was like, oh my god,
It stole the show.
And
really
I'm
did.
like, why not? Okay, if we can't get Ben Affleck to do the TV series they were supposed to do on HBO Max,
Mhm.
then give me
Batman
Michael
Beyond.
freaking Keaton.
give me Michael Freed, Keaton, and Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not the lost years? Like, what happened during those years that he wasn't, he wasn't fighting
Well,
no more?
remember in that verse, what's it called? In that verse, Gotham was completely safe.
Yeah.
It was clean.
That
It
was
better.
good.
Yeah.
It was that was a very interesting plot that DC did though. They did touch
Right.
on Michael freaking Keegan's universe of him being Batman.
But
He was almost like to a boredom stage where it's like,
But
look,
we
there's
never
no
got-
crime. There's no
we never
crime
got
here.
confirmation that if that was the 89 Michael Keaton. Believe
A
it or
lot
not.
of things could have changed because of the fact that he got pushed into his universe.
I agree.
So, in my mind, is
Allegedly,
if you want to get Terry McGinnis' story, let's build another world where 89 exists.
yes,
You get a little, like, at least one season of Keaton, like, probably flashbacks of Keaton's life as Batman, his interactions with all these other villains. And then you start bringing in Terry McGinnis. You could have Batman Beyond TV series live action on HBO Max.
I think you
so who
could.
would play him?
Terry McGinnis, you would have to get like a new young kid. I mean, right now
Who do
you
you
can't.
see?
Miles Morales. I'm just kidding.
There's
I'm just being ignorant. I'm just being ignorant.
Add some Hispanic in there. Batman's
I
still
know who.
Hispanic.
I
I'm
know
just being
who.
ignorant. I'm just being
His favorite actor for Batman, Robert Pattinson.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. He would make a good Beyond though.
No,
He
no.
would actually.
I would have thought
said
you would
that.
have said. I
said
thought
that.
you would have said Team Jacob or something like that.
Oh, remember, equality.
No.
actually
He never.
He nothing.
originally the one guy I thought of is the guy that played Nightwing in Titans.
The cartoon. Or
Yeah,
no.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I thought of him
Let's put it this
as
way.
Him's good.
I think your whole 89 aspect to the Batman and the Flash. They can't at this point, if I was DC, you still have a chance to use the Batman Beyond story. Because by keeping all of that, now you're evolving still in that timeline, and you could do the Elseworlds things like you've been doing everything else, and basically say, I just got myself in the mix of the Flash, Supergirl, and all these other people and stuff like that. I guess Batman isn't really done retiring. We do need a superhero. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to Amanda Waller, a different verse of Amanda Waller, and keep that story how we found out on Justice League cartoon, where it's actually his son, his DNA,
but
his
you
twin.
know the funny thing is that they used just the blood from his fights. He
Exactly.
didn't know about it.
Exactly. It's a clone. It's a
Yeah.
But you
Make
gotta
a clone.
think, old man, there's definitely a spin-off universe where there's someone
You
diabolical
can
enough.
utilize that. Story.
Yeah,
you
I would
still
love
can.
that.
Yeah, it would be nice.
So speaking on that, we're basically talking about what we like to see in superhero films. So it's not that we don't want them in general. It's the matter of we just don't want so much back to fucking back.
I just think what
Right?
it is we're just disappointed as fans of them honestly not hearing us.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
yeah,
Cause
go back
look
on
at
his
it.
point. It's just the fact of like, it's just honestly,
They're not
it's
listening.
a clusterfuck of just ideas trying to come together, and
Mhm.
it shows.
But it's also does show us that it's your idea, my idea, his
That's why
idea,
I'm saying
his idea,
it's
his idea.
clusterfuck
Not
All
only
in
that-
trying to say and trying to just do our solo films and there's no fucking connection.
And not
That's
only
what
that,
we
there's
have
so
to-
much going on right now that the writers decided to be like, look, we're going on strike, dude. You guys are working us too hard.
That exactly.
So to add to your point, yeah, there
Yes.
should be some spaced out
Not just that,
films.
the
yeah.
writers got tired of them being the blame of everything that's going on.
all the films.
It's like,
itself.
oh, the movie sucked because the writing sucked, and it's like, no, the writer, and I've seen it with WWE. Vince McMahon is at fault for this shit.
Mhm.
The writer comes up with a good script.
Watch
Here's a
Vince
good,
McMahon.
What you
here's a
mean?
good,
I got you, old man. I'll
match.
protect
Here's
you.
a good pay-per-view, you know.
He sucks.
Vince McMahon is notorious to be able to change everything that you have for Monday Night Raw that you've been writing for days.
Yep.
You show it up
Tell a moment.
on Monday Night Raw itself on the main day, hours before anything. Vince starts fixing everything to his liking now.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So now we get,
X's
a
out
shitty
this.
show.
Yeah.
Right.
and Vince would be like, "Oh, the writers, they don't know what they're doing because they're soap opera writers."
No,
so rude. That's so
No,
rude.
let me
Yeah.
say something you said. They don't want it.
Break it down, man.
Basically, what he said on
Yes.
Stone Cold in this podcast. They just don't want it, Austin.
And that's the thing. DC,
95%
like
on it.
we had David Goyer, the guy who wrote the greatest Batman movie so far, The Dark Knight. Him and Chris Nolan.
That was good.
Dark Knight Rises
No.
was like pushed to the side because David Goyer didn't write it. It was Jonathan Nolan, Chris Nolan's brother.
Yep.
David Goyer did Man of Steel.
Yeah.
He was pushed to do Superman versus Batman when originally he was working on Man of Steel 2, Man of Tomorrow.
with
Brainiac.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah. Brainiac was supposed to be the villain in
But,
part 2.
So here's my thing. What happened with the beef between Zack Snyder and David Goyer? Because they had beef at the fact that they weren't doing the Justice League movie.
They put it in between two buns, and then they made a burger out of it.
Yeah.
Don't
I
matter.
don't even know what happened. I wasn't aware that they had beef.
No, I think if I'm not
thought
mistaken,
that. I
Zack
thought
Snyder
that.
was
I thought
calling them out when they were doing the Zack
Sounds
Snyder
like
versus
madness.
Justice League movie. They
They went deep.
let David Goyer go because he wasn't, according to Zack Snyder, he wasn't stepping up. Good enough.
Well, look what happened when he didn't. I mean, look at Batman vs Superman. Look at
And it
Justice
seems
League.
like every time
If that
DC
was
puts out a movie,
Goyer,
Zack Snyder takes it amongst himself to be like, I can do it better.
Yes,
Every movie
Yes.
so far
so
that
far
but
Zack Snyder puts out
he's like, I can do it better.
sadly, the only good
But
movie
didn't
Zack
he get in
Snyder
trouble?
did, in my opinion,
was Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. And
Yeah.
why? Because David Goyer wrote that movie.
And
You're
he
right,
also
so that's a
had
very
Focus.
good point, old man.
Yeah.
That's a very good
Yes,
point.
but I agree with you on that part because I always said Zack Snyder, he is a good director. He's good. He's good. He's a good director, but he's always been best as his visual, like his
The visual-
CGI stuff,
Yeah.
his visual aid things, his visionary
Look
part
what he
of
did with the
things
Flash.
was always good. Agreed. He also did with what's it called?
Superman flying.
Superman flying.
Even the
that
Justice League movie was, the Zack Snyder version was just a little bit better. It was. Yeah.
It was. I ain't gonna lie.
It was just a little bit
I understand that Zack Snyder said like it was a completely different story, but really, to be honest, it was the same story. It's just that your piece
More things were
had
added.
more inside of it. So it
Exactly.
made more sense.
It just made, it just
And they,
had more fitting pieces.
the
Take
consistent
out-
of the telling of the story.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did.
But again, if you watch Watchmen, I think Watchmen was probably the other
Fucking
movie.
great.
Not
Great.
gonna lie, I think the best film I've
Great.
seen of his in
Oh.
general.
I would agree.
Great.
I would
Only
agree.
because, and the
Yeah.
reason why I say that is because I don't know the novel, and I
I read it.
I don't know it.
I read
So
it.
I don't know if there was
watched the
any of it that he used, but I know there was some similarities.
There is some similarities.
Spin City? Or no, he didn't.
Sin City.
Sin
Sin
City.
City.
Sin City.
Didn't he do Sin
Wow.
City? That was good.
That was fucking awesome.
That was a good one.
Again, the two aspects of the
Look.
films that were great. The
Uh-huh.
The
visionary.
guy who watched the movie and also read the comics,
Mhm.
it was good.
Right.
Let's tell you that.
Right, it was good.
definitely good. One of his best films. I would admit that.
And I think that's the problem. Okay, we just spelled it out a while ago.
Yep.
A lot of these movies, SG3 has said it time and time now, the fans are not getting what we want. We got Flashpoint without wanting Flashpoint. We even said you're
Nobody
doing
wanted that
Flashpoint
shit.
too early. But they
Like
did.
that.
I didn't vote for that
Well,
shit.
like
I would have said that's good. Just
I would have vetoed that. I
So,
would have,
yeah.
vetoed
Okay,
that
so
one.
the point you made about Watchmen, back in the day when that movie came out, the studio was not on them like they
Yeah.
are today.
Right.
They're not listening to the fans, like we said earlier.
Right.
Like he said afterwards, everybody else agrees they're not listening to us.
Yes.
And that is the issue. They're not staying true to the comics. They're just going crazy, putting this,
interpretations
that.
of their own story that would not make any
Exactly.
sense that people are gonna actually listen.
But,
to.
Right,
but you know
exactly.
what I feel it is though, and this is coming from someone who's a Harry Potter fan. A lot of these,
Goddamn.
Drop that A bomb.
yeah, I'll drop it right
Okay.
in there. I'll drop it all
That's
over
good
this
series,
place.
man.
I'll make
That's
sure
good
the
series.
it
It was good books.
explodes.
Yeah,
It's
man,
good
I was
book.
illiterate. I'm illiterate. Okay, my first book that helped me out was Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone. Okay.
Long live the Sorcerer's Stone. So,
Oh yeah, it was.
back to what I was saying though,
Yeah.
like a lot of the direct.
No, I'm sorry. That wasn't allegedly. That was a spell. Go ahead.
So at this
Definitely,
point,
definitely he's filling the wand. Let's go.
So at this point, dude, the main reason though why like a lot of these directors, a lot of these producers are trying to get these movies out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
These people age.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
only do so much
That's
with
true.
someone because
Over time.
Chris Pratt is not young. Chris
Right.
Evans isn't young. Scarlett Johansson isn't young. Paul Rudd for sure as hell isn't young.
So you're right about that.
You
So
are
at
right.
this
You
point,
are
it's
right.
like they're
You're
trying
very
to just rush it because they're like, dude, we don't want to change somebody 3 years from now Because then a lot of the fans are like, I liked it better with this guy. I liked it better with that girl. Why wasn't it this person?
Here we are with Michael
We
Keaton.
can't. Yeah, we
Michael
can't.
freaking Keaton.
We can't all bring back. Yeah, we can't all bring back a what would you call that? An animated Michael freaking Keegan. We can't always do that with characters.
Oh,
But
man, I
let's
wish
put
we
it this
did.
way,
Yeah.
as fans, we're doing right. We're not going out shoving money anymore. I used to go to these midnight movie premieres. I don't anymore. There's a
Welcome.
good reason. I need to see if it's good or not. Because
Yeah.
I was always one of them that always went out to the movie.
Because we don't always go to the movie. We just watch them at
even
Oh.
then.
Well, no,
it's
you
like
know
as
what?
fans,
We
we're
stream
tired.
legally.
We stream.
We're tired.
And
As
agreed.
fans, we're
Agreed.
tired.
So that means
Disney Plus.
that means we're tired of that because
You're
of the
right.
fact that we're
We
done.
stream them
And
on
it's
Disney
starting
Plus.
to show in the
Right,
movie
my
theaters.
brother.
It's starting to show there. Like the fans are not going to spend no fucking $13 for the movie ticket.
13? Where are you?
25. I'm
Yeah,
hey,
you're great.
man,
That's Marcus. That's my
that's
boy
Marcus.
Marcus. Come on.
And then at that, an extra $30 from food, snacks, on a piece of candy. Not a bag of candy, a piece of candy.
Mhm.
And with an icy and stuff like that, all that kind of stuff. That's like $50, $60 you just dropped that day. You really think we're gonna do that for a freaking movie like that?
And to help you out, TDK, if you're anything like TDK, you got kids at home that want popcorn. They want their own snacks.
So
and
my
they
bill
want-
went from $60
Yeah.
to about
Uh-huh.
$200 that
and
day.
it's just not right.
No,
Because now we're paying for all of
Or
this.
if you're anything
So-
like Joe Madness, you have a drinking problem.
this guy.
You know, the Zach I can relate to that. I get you.
Yeah,
It gets expensive. Yeah, it gets
I
expensive.
Now, the question is though, everybody on this point is Hollywood too focused on superhero films? And I put a list on there. I put the list on there if you guys see your little list and stuff like that. All the little other genres that we have yet to kind of really see, or I can say,
Nostalgia.
right? What?
Nostalgia.
What's that?
Nostalgic, you
Barbie,
mean?
Nostalgic.
Mario.
There we go.
Nostalgic, yeah.
Yes, I agree
Here's
with
the thing about it, and you kind of hit the point. And this is what I was talking about in the green room, is the fact that like nowadays, you're not gonna get a billion dollar money industry for a lot of these superhero movies because it's like, oh, in less than a month, it's gonna be at home.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm cool with that.
exactly.
But when you have a movie like Barbie, when
Yeah.
you have a movie like Mario, when you have a movie like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, when you don't know when it's gonna come out
Sold
because who knows like what platform it's gonna be on,
They want to get the
you want to
experience.
rush to the movie theaters as
Sold out night.
possible.
Then you get
So
your
it's
sold out
like-
nights. Yeah.
And it's like, all right, cool. That's why Barbie skyrocketed to the top as fast as it
He
did.
drags me out there if he had to.
Absolutely, I did.
Now let's
I'm a Barbie girl myself. Why not?
I will
Now
see
that
if
makes
he
sense
had
because
that.
the one movies that we haven't seen enough is musicals. Okay, musicals was really big popular back in the day
He was
because
a big fan of High School Music.
that not that one, not that.
It was a.
I was more a fan of
Les Miserables.
some other Disney film back in the day when they did all that stuff. Okay.
Oh,
Now
thing
speaking
is,
on that,
like,
the last successful musical was The Greatest Showman, and of Hugh Jackman Hugh Jackman led. Okay, that was a great musical there.
Wasn't
It was
Coco
his own
wasn't
project.
Coco a musical though? Disney?
Huh?
Coco? Wasn't
Yeah.
wasn't it a musical?
Encanto?
Disney?
well,
kinda.
cartoon, but like
Yeah,
live
kinda.
action musicals, we haven't had.
Oh,
like,
live action. Yeah,
That's what I'm
live
saying.
action. My bad.
Greatest Showman was the last one, and look how successful that was.
You're right. You're
People
right.
love that show. Their freaking album was #1 for a while.
I'm
Mary Poppins.
actually not a big fan of musicals, so I'm gonna stay out of this one. I'm actually serious. I really hate fucking.
Well, we haven't got enough, but Western, we went to TV shows to do that. Yellowstone has been successful there, as you guys see there.
But not
Fantasy Detective. When did we got a detective series? When's the last time we got a detective series?
I don't think.
We're getting one right
Oh,
now.
well, that for the movies we had that
No, we're currently
night.
having Hercule Poirot.
Oh,
Hercule Poirot.
what the hell's that?
Death on the Oriental Express.
Yeah.
Death on the Nile. Right, currently actually coming out in September. A Haunting in Venice.
I still don't know.
Those are like detective story movies.
Yeah, that's actually based on a book
Knives
too.
Out.
Got it. No.
Knives Out is another detective movie.
Got it. Got to watch it then, I guess. I don't know nothing about it. See what I mean? Don't know nothing about it. I've been watching too much superhero
You're the
stuff.
host and don't know the most. All
See what I
right.
mean? Drama, sport, war, horror, thriller, horror.
Wait,
When's the last time we got a good horror film besides
just
Halloween
realized.
Reboot?
there's words on this paper.
This
Oh.
guy.
We haven't had a good war movie in a while.
Listen, man.
No.
For me, horror movies are. I want to say the last one. Actually, the last one that was good was Halloween Kills, man. For me,
Kills?
And that was straight to HBO
Not
Max.
No,
no.
And
Before that
also
one. I think
no.
I think Halloween 2 was
Ends is the
better.
one that went straight to Peacock.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
talking
that's
Halloween
true.
Kills.
Kills.
The
Yeah,
one,
Kills
the one where he just went
Yeah.
crazy after he
Yeah.
comes out on fire. He's like, all right, I got like 45 firemen. Y'all going down.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it's like listen Hollywood. There's other genres out there. Okay, stop
Well,
sticking to
so let me-
fantasy freaking thing.
Let me say something with horror films and in films in general. The issue is that these days we're not creative. We
No,
use-
I
we
agree.
copy and paste.
Very
And
good.
shout out to my girl because she's the one that told me this. We're not creative. We're not original. We just copy and paste nowadays, and that goes for songs. That goes for a lot of things, even wrestling.
I like that. Copy
Yeah.
and paste. I like
Copy
that.
and paste, and that's what
That
my
makes a lot
girlfriend
of
told me.
sense.
So shout out to you, babe,
Yes,
if you're watching
that
this.
makes a
But
lot of
that's
truth.
the idea that you gave me, and that's the idea I'm rolling with.
Horror movies are
That's why a
good.
lot
They're
of
coming out the
people,
gun
like,
too.
A lot of people switch
War-
from our regular
Wars,
music to
you know.
K-pop.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people went from listening to today's music and American like music. We switched that, and a lot of people are jumping to K-pop now because K-pop
No.
has new things.
Oh man, you're the only one on this table that listens to K-pop.
Oh yeah, you
AI.
should look out.
What the fuck is K-pop?
Well, I'll tell you, it's better than most of the shit we have nowadays.
Okay.
If we're gonna talk like that, yeah, I'm gonna bring that
I
shit
got
up.
you. I'm gonna Google it. I got you.
Yeah,
Google K-pop.
because the girls today in the K-pop industry, they actually have better vocals than I hear today, and most of them can actually sing on the fucking mic without auto-tune.
I agree
Okay.
with you on that part.
Okay. If they got vocals, and that's a good thing.
All right.
And that's what I was trying to bring up.
K-pop
I
as
agree
in
with you.
kids
But
pop?
that's our show, everybody.
Okay.
I think what's it called? We got to put it out there for everyone to see. At this point right now.
Yep. And then at this point, we're also going to sit here and say, don't forget to catch us next Saturday, September
right.
the 2nd, where we watch WWE Payback at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard
All
Time.
right, this Saturday,
As we come-
payback. Awesome real. I gotta defend my title. Okay, not this one, but I got the reject rundown back at the crib. Yeah, okay, I'm champ.
That's my
Reject
title.
rundown's only champ.
Make a
Yeah,
wish.
this
No,
works.
me and Zach are
Am
gonna
I the
get those
first
belts.
ever champ? Actually, to be honest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the first ever
No.
champ.
I mean, yeah, on the table, yeah, but in reality, though, don't forget I had the Money in the
Oh,
Bank and the title.
Just remember, guys, I just joined, so I'm gonna take every gold.
I don't know
with me.
about all that. But people come.
Everything I touch,
People
turns
come and
into
go.
gold.
People come and go. Actually, to speak on that part, we haven't even told the viewers out there why Joe Madness is involving himself with our show. So
Yeah.
there.
What is
Put it
that?
out there.
So-
we got the last
Put
bit of
it
the
out
hour.
there,
Put it out there,
brothers.
people.
I'll basically tell you this. This is a family member. He is also joining us. He's going to be a regular on the show. So be on the lookout for him more often. He's going to be here this Saturday as well, September the 2nd,
Yes.
to watch WWE Payback starting at 6:30 with the Reject Rundown pre-show.
Joe Madness is a dope man. He's gonna bring some madness to the show. Obviously, as you can
Yeah,
see, the show
brother.
is definitely out of the ordinary, which is gonna continue to be because we wild.
Let me tell you something. If you want to see entertainment, I put the WW and I put the E in there. Watch the madness. Oh yeah, brother.
Go ahead, tell him. All right. So
last bit of the show.
last bit of the show. Before we sign off, I'm gonna say some words and then I'm gonna hand it off to the old man.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say that as we start off the show, I'm gonna say it again. My grandfather passed away. His father passed away on August 16th at 1:12 a.m. And after being bedridden in the hospital for 11 months, it was very bittersweet seeing that final moment. He fought a really good fight. He never wanted to give up. He kept fighting. He kept saying, I want to live, and I want to keep fighting because I have a lot left to do in life. We're going to miss you. You were the life of the party. You brought a smile to everybody. You gave me my name. I am the third that has your name. Thank you. Go ahead.
All right, so as SG3 stated, on Wednesday the 16th, my dad passed away. The crazy thing about that is that when my dad died, my mom also, she died on a Wednesday. She died on Wednesday the 5th of October. They both died early in the morning. And what I could say about my dad is if you saw SG3's speech, it's hard for him to say a lot because honestly, he loved my grandpa loved his grandchildren. He loved his children, but one thing is, my dad loved everybody. Like my dad was a man who, if you needed help with something, he will help you out. If you needed, like there's friends who would call him and say, "Hey, can you pick me up at like 4, 6 in the morning from the airport? Because I just got here and I got nobody." My dad'd be like, "All right, yeah, I got you." My dad would pick him up, drop him off at his house, and then go straight to work. That's who my dad was. I remember when I was a kid, just my dad thinking about in wintertime, he'll have a crave for ice cream. He'll go and get everybody ice cream because he had a crave. Or he would, if he wanted to watch movies, he'll come home after a long day of work, sit down, kick his boots up, get his beer, call his kids over to watch a movie with them, and we will all sit down and watch a movie with them. Um, he loved, his favorite steak was a ribeye at Texas Roadhouse, and he would go there because that's the spot that he loved the most. But he wouldn't just go on his own. Anybody's birthday, hey, we're gonna go here to Texas Roadhouse. I'm gonna take you. Um, when I turned 21, my dad took me to Mexico. And what happened is, my first beer I had with my dad's like, "Mijo, you ever have a beer named Victoria?" He's like, "This beer that I'm putting up here right now, this beer, if you drink it warm or cold, it's still going to taste good. You're going to love that beer when you try it." And I tried the beer warm because my dad like, "You got to try it warm." And I'm like, okay, Dad. I'm drinking it. He's like, "How does it taste?" I'm like, "It tastes good stuff." Now try it cold. And I'm like, "Wow, that still tastes good." So, and that's the thing about my dad is he had this presence of charisma, charm, loving, and you don't teach that to nobody. The person themselves had learned it as they grow, depending on who their parents are. And trust me, my dad had a rough life with his dad, but it's the love for his mom that changed him and made him who he is. And SG3 said it a while ago. My dad knew how to dance. My dad could dance on the dance floor. With like, he was really popular of his moves. He'd be driving, he'd be dancing, he'd be like, he could tell you like, "Oh, here comes the piano." He'd be playing the piano for you right at the spot that's about to happen. That's what my dad had. He had that timing of a lot of things. My dad taught me a lot of things. Some of them, like, blessing your food, of course, that's important. Like, how would I put it? He also taught me things like shaving. He taught me how to shave. He taught me how to, like, a lot of things about cars that he taught me how to do. I can't remember no more, but he taught me. So my dad's been there for a lot of us. And then he was a heck of a singer. Right now, I have a video of him where he would sing at parties, and we had a nice little clip that I'm gonna play in a minute. But one thing I do want to say is, I know you're up there now with my mom. You're up there with a lot of family members, friends. Your name and legacy will live on. But everyone will always just, all my family members, everybody will keep you in our hearts and memories too. And I'll always be sure to try to visit you as much as I can. And I love you, Dad. So here is this song that my dad was singing at a party. And I'm just going to play a small clip, like a few good minutes, if you guys give your ears to my dad and listen to his voice.
Por los pobres me quito el sombrero y desprecio de más poderoso. Soy cabal sin castigo, el abrazo mi propio destino. Yo le quiero conmigo, pero al rico jamás me reunió. No, nunca tuve tanto privilegio. Historias de constelación, nunca tuvieron tiempo para esto. Así que siempre de verdad es que no solo historia, la esa rosa, sientan cuando se tiene. No hay quien te dé las manos si eres pobre. Por eso vengo a este pueblo viejo donde nací. Esta es mi gente.